And welcome to the fourth edition of the Snow Conditions Report. And one of my favorite sights is not just a snowy landscape, but folks taking advantage of the snow. This is a view over Boyne Highlands, and it's great to see the snow out there. Thank goodness for man-made snow, because this has not been a great season so far, and we are leading up to a very important season, especially for ski resorts. That's when they make their money, especially in the Christmas season. Okay. It's been abysmal in terms of snow, especially across southwest lower Michigan. One of the reasons why you can see all the warmth across the northern half of the United States that's going to blend into the Great Lakes as well. And in terms of the snowfall, this is historic actually for the Grand Rapids area. We've never gone so late in the year with less than an inch of snow. We haven't had any measurable snow in the past 28 days. Of course, that includes December. So we are really digging a hole, but in the wrong way in terms of the snow. Okay. Where's winter been? Well, no measurable snow since November 21st, or 24th rather, and you could see temperatures running nearly 4 degrees above average when you average in November and December's temperatures. And again, this is the least amount of snow we've had so far, so late in the season. Only 2 measurable snow events, and both of those occurred in November. But with that being said, yeah, of course, we don't have any snow here in the Grand Rapids area, but that will be replaced, I think, in the next couple days for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But a lot of that's going to be along the lakeshore. But at least we do have some across the north. It really isn't enough where the snowmobilers can take much advantage of it. Hopefully this weekend, the lake effect belt areas, that will change. But even it's not going to be a major lake effect snow event. And the average depth, once again, is only about 1.5 inches across the state, with about 56% of the state covered with snow. Obviously, most of that to the north. So I want to show you kind of the model breakdown, how we're going to transition to a little bit more of a snowy pattern. I should say a lot bit more of a snowy pattern for just Thursday and Friday. All right, here's that storm system. Unfortunately, we are going to get some rain out of this for Wednesday night, but quickly changes over to lake effect snow on Thursday, and it looks like especially Thursday night into early Christmas morning will be probably the bullseye where we'll have the heaviest snowfall rates. And again, you can see that it's lake effect snow primarily, mostly setting up west of US 131. Therefore, that's where we're expecting most of the snow. This is through Friday, and about 3 to 6 inches of snow most locations along the lakeshore. Could see an isolated 8-inch amount, but once you work your way inland, that's very typical with lake effect, you don't receive as much. I would say Grand Rapids, Fremont, Newaygo over towards Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, 1 to 3 inches. That's essentially it. And it's a question mark if we're going to have that magical 1 inch of snow on Christmas morning for inland areas to make it a white Christmas. At the lakeshore, I'm fairly confident that will happen. And the further east you work your way, such as Saginaw, Detroit, probably a trace to just inch amounts. But if you are going to take advantage of the snow this weekend, and all the ski resorts are essentially open, although Canonsburg opens Sunday, not Saturday, but all the rest of them are open, you'll be able to see that temperatures will be in the 20s out there if you're traveling up to the north, and that's Saturday's highs, and Sunday's highs, a little bit warmer, temperatures in the 30s. So you can see how we modify this air mass as that cold air that descends upon us on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day gets kind of booted out. Okay, extending the look for the week's outlook in terms of the snow, about 9 inches forecast in Grand Rapids, 12 up in the Traverse City, and also around a foot in Marquette. This is the GFS 7-day or 1-week snowfall forecast. And let's look at the European model, which also has a storm system that's going to impact central and northern parts of the state, potentially so. So they both agree on that. That's good news. If you want snow, about 7 inches in Grand Rapids, 9 in the Traverse City, and 8 in Marquette. Again, these are not phenomenal snow amounts for this time of year. Pushing forward and going a little further in terms of the monthly forecast all the way through January 23rd, about 2 feet of snow expected in Traverse City, or at least forecast, so about 18 inches in Grand Rapids. But these totals are still below average. You take a monthly total this time of year, and it's usually around 2 feet or more in most areas across lower Michigan. Okay, the pattern, at least we're getting some colder air to mix in. That is the time frame for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but watch, it just doesn't hit and hold. The cold air once again gets booted out, and some milder temperatures work their way in. Then another round of some colder air moves in for Tuesday, probably igniting some of those lake effect snow showers once again, but boom, there it goes midweek, and then milder temperatures take hold yet again towards the latter part of the week. So we're not seeing that those winter conditions really hit and hold with the cold, and therefore a lot of cities that rely on the lake effect just aren't going to get much of it. So far, it looks like over the next week or so. Maybe that will change. Speaking of change, Emily Skidema will be pinch hitting for the snow conditions report next week as my family heads up north and hopefully takes advantage of some of the ski slopes. I'll send some pictures back at you. And, folks, take advantage of it when you can, and think snow.